Hello and a warm witchy welcome to Caradwin's Corner. So today we're going to be looking at the energy building up on Bridge Guy here. I've been leaving him out in the heat, sun, solar energy, and as you can hear he's getting really crispy, which is really good. And we're coming into a heat wave, so that intense energy is going to be drawn upon in this ritual. So he's going to be staying out in that. Yes, Bridge Guy. The heat can be really uncomfortable. So let's turn that heat up on you, shall we? Just to build up that exposure. Now, just talking about energy work as well. I'm an energy worker. And just like a little bit of education, I suppose. When people call themselves a light worker, they don't mean they always work in their light. It means their intent and purpose in their practice. And I guess sometimes people may get a little bit confused over that. And people have asked me questions before. It's all about intents and purposes on how you use any energy. So if you look at a plug, you've got the wiring in the plug to channel the electricity would be negative, positive and neutral. The same as when you light a candle, as soon as that flame is lit, you've got then the atom energy doing its thing, and then it does like conversion. You've got that conversion energy of heat. And you'll see that visibly because I've got like spiritual flags on my ceiling, and when my candles are lit, then that conversion of energy will move my flags back and forth. No different to how the combination works with wind energy, and waves is another one. The waves of the sea, it's a conversion of energy that's happening inside the waves that causes them. So remember, in your practice, just believe in yourself and don't get disheartened when you're not seeing results, because they will come over time. It's about, you've just got to sort of invest into that work. Some spells do work quite quick, I'm not saying that, but some may not. And if you look at my previous videos, you'll see evidence of where spirit energy have been captured, my servitor energy have been captured, and I laugh because it's really funny how their energy is in the home. And then there's been flashes of energy I've caught as well, even in creations when I made my friend's broomstick for her birthday. So the next video I'll be doing on Bridge Guy will be at the dark moon energy in the night. So you'll see that video as well, which will be outside, and I may have to sort of, it might be a little bit quieter, obviously, because I don't want neighbours hearing what I'm doing. And remember as well, some people will do hexes and curses. I have never reached that point in my life where I have felt that I have needed to do that. And I'm not judging people who do, because I don't know the context of the situations which are leading them to need to seek that type of ritual work. I think the line is definitely crossed for me when it comes to heinous, cruel, nasty acts, because you're taking pleasure out of it, or because you're trying to manipulate a situation that's not rightfully yours. And that's a really broad subject to even talk about. So I'm just sort of giving an example of where my line crosses. And I guess as well, it's about, thinking about, it's about people building a narrative over like a snapshot of a situation or a comment, or, I have never seen so much hate being spread where there's just been this whole narrative built and story over maybe what someone have said, which when I've looked at it, I've thought, well, I don't, that, what am I seeing in that small sentence? And but hate is really building up, and that energy is not a good intention to have, because it just feels to me there's a lot of like mob mentality going on the attack, and I don't want to sort of talk about that in length, but I guess it's about, taking a step back and trying to gain a better understanding of something. And don't get me wrong, there is horrible stuff happening. So, it's about someone's freedom of thought. But I guess that crosses a line when, again, it's this whole targeting energy for a situation that really you don't fully understand, and it hasn't, you're not experiencing something personally or gone out to your way to try and gain a better understanding. It's just boom, let's throw the hate. So I hope these videos sort of give a little bit of insight of the type of person I am, the mythology behind the things that I do. And like I've said before, I am completely flawed as a human. But I've always tried to better myself, made many mistakes, but I've also gone through some really painful and challenging times, and I've also encountered the behaviours of some really horrible people, and there's a lot of people that I know who may be going through lots of these different challenges in their life, and you can better it. And I'm not simplifying this for people who've gone through extreme hurt and pain and situations that I can't even ever relate to because I've never been in it. So I'm not simplifying that pain and hurt for some. But others who are going through some of the challenging times at the hands of maybe others around them or in workplaces, or families, you can better and maneuver your life story into different directions. It's just putting those components in for you to do it, and believe in yourself. And don't let anyone convince you otherwise. So take care, everyone, and see you soon.